Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are still working on getting our subject states a little bit more democratized. So, we'll see how that goes. Portugal, you're a subject of somebody, right? The Russians. Well, that's going to be rough. But, you do you. What about Greece? Greece, you're under Austria-Hungary. Interesting. Serbia and Moldavia are both independent, although they're aligned with Russia. And Wallachia is aligned with Moldavia. Alright, interesting. Neat. Obviously, I'm not going to be involved in the situation in Scandinavia, so we'll just let that go. Little bourgeois revolt happening in Sulu, probably not going to get involved in that. Oh, Lanfang and Sambas are fighting. Well, no, Britain and Great Qing are fighting. Let me see, what do they want? It's over Korea. The British want Korea, and Lord knows, it looks like they're going to get it too. They got the place invaded, and Hansong is currently the capital, so they may very well get it. Which would be wild. It would be a wild situation. So what else does my economy need right now? Let's see. It needs more places to export tools to, is really the big thing. Actually, nah, we'll get these government admins built in good time. Finances are looking really, really solid, although part of that's because of that huge bankroll from Spain. But I think it makes sense for us to go ahead and increase the size of the construction sector a little further. Let me see. 1, 2... 2 more in Friesland, and we'll do 2 more in Flanders as well. And that'll let us get where we want to go. So where do we load these in? I think we put them in below the second government admin. Is this smart? I feel smart about it. At least. Alright. Yeah, so that's in the slot. Alright, that'll be fine. That'll put us in... Wow, we sure are... Oh, we're trading out a bunch of steel. That's part of what's going on with our steel situation. Yes, because our steel mills are extraordinarily effective. I'm going to go to brine electrolysis with our explosives factories. I'm sure we can export explosives to cover the increased efficiency. Yes, the French will purchase an overwhelming abundance of explosives. British and the Prussians too. Wonderful. Yes. Obviously that'll put us at a shortage of bureaucracy, but that's okay. We're working on increasing the size of the government, so... Actually, I think the government sectors are more important than the bureaucratic things immediately. Or the construction sectors are more important than the government admins. Wah! Can't talk today. So talking machine broke. Ooh, another revolt in Uruguay. Uruguay! I mean, it would be nice to have an obligation. Anyone else feel like they might get involved in here? Let me see. This is a bourgeois revolt. They're the petit bourgeois, the trade unions, and the intelligentsia. What is this about? Gotta zoom out. Uruguay. It's about protectionism. They're trying to stay at mercantilism. They want to stay at mercantilism. But they're also forming a technocratic parliamentary republic. So absolutely not. I think we're definitely going to get in on this. Let me see. What kind of a force are they packing? Not much of one. Irregular infantry and nothing. Again, I think the second Dutch army will do for this situation. Oh, there's 2 fronts. Well, that's awkward. The second Dutch army will do for this situation anyway. Maybe we'll put them on the front where the enemy's got units. Brazil sides with the revolt. Well, gosh, Shaggy, why would you do that? What are you getting out of this? Huh. Well, maybe a European power will step in. That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to actually mobilize the armies. Let me see. I think I'll do the same thing that I did last time, which is to just raise the conscripts of my secondary forces. And we'll put the main army over here. We'll get the second army actually conscripting its force, and then we'll put our fleet in the English Channel to make sure that we don't get invaded because we don't have any guys over here. And hopefully by the time things go... Ooh, landing craft. Wonderful. You didn't become a subject of them, did you? You are. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to actually win. Bananas. Dislike. Downvote. Alright, well, unfortunately this means we're going to have to actually get serious about winning this war. So, that's unfortunate. Convoy situations holding steady. Working on electrification. Exile from Orania. Gaza, you can do your own thing. Unless I can get a protectorate. No, I'm not gonna get distracted here. We're protecting freedom in Uruguay from the Brazilians primarily, actually. Oldenburg, not IT. Why did I think it was IT? Because you have a slightly similar flag. Upside down IT. Oldenburg, you've stolen IT's flag. Give it back. Just kidding. I don't actually care. Let's go ahead and build up some more convoys, because clearly we're going to need them. We'll do another 2 levels of ports in all of our... Do we have concrete dockyards yet? No, we do not. I need oil. Or I'm going to need oil. I don't need oil yet. But there's definitely going to be an oil needingness to my situation as time goes by. Should have done the one and then the other, but hopefully we can get there. How's our mobilization methods? Oh, cripes. I don't have machine guns activated. Urgh. This is going to be bad, but here's hoping I'll be able to deal with it in good order. So we'll start with both of these armies on defense for the time being, while we get our machine gun platoons ready to function. And hopefully, as this war goes on, we'll be doing better. The Devil's Paintbrush. Peter van Egmont's use of dedicated machine gun teams in the Uruguayan bourgeois revolt versus Uruguay war has yielded advantageous results on the battlefield, leaving full platoons of our enemies dead before they've even reached our lines. If anyone had told me that it would be possible to make a gun that would pull a cartridge belt into position, pull a loaded cartridge out of it, move it in front of the barrel, thrust it into the barrel, close the breech in a proper manner, cock the hammer, pull the trigger, fire off the cartridge, extract the empty shell, and throw it out of the mechanism, feed a new cartridge into position, and do all these things in a tenth of a second, I would not have believed it, but now I have seen it done with my own eyes. Whatever happens, we have got the Maxim gun, and they have not. Peter van Egmont gets 20% defense for a while, or his mastery of this tool is unparalleled. He gains Stalwart Defender. I'm going to give him Stalwart Defender. That's going to be a bonus forever. We'll go ahead and ignore all those notifications. Something's popping off in Nanfang, but I can't be bothered with that right now. I got Brazil to deal with. Brazil, why are you feeling so salty towards me? You and I should be friends. In fact, I'm going to stop improving relations with Britain because I'm maxed out with them. Scandinavian bourgeois revolt is losing, even though they've got a hold of most of the country. See, Brazil, you're playing this very dumb, because as soon as I've got organization, I'm coming for you. And my armies are continuing to grow in strength. Oh, they got another unit coming up here. That's what happened. Although this one is looking really good. So maybe I'll take a cheeky advance here. There we go. There's a battle happening. Shazam. Get bonked, idiot. Alright, how does that... We're still at 100. Alright. Now that we're not at 100 anymore, I'll go back to defense. And as we get more troops going, they're being smart about this. Oh, they're actually winning over here, which is interesting. So I think on this front, we're almost at 100%. That's still reducing our offense, but once we get down below, I think I'll deal with that. Let me see. We are doing a lot of damage to their force, though. So hopefully that's improving our comparison here by at least a little bit. Trampled underfoot. A demonstration organized by the movement to enact old age pensions in Wallonia has been violently dispersed by police, leading to several fatalities and serious injuries. Memories of the incident have become a rallying cry for distance. He'd been smiling when he ordered his horse through the crowd. His expression was etched in her mind as if by acid on a metal plate. What kind of man could maintain such a hideous serenity amongst the screams, the broken bones, the spurts of blood? As people fled around him, he'd ordered his officers forward. And then what? Amidst the blur of human terror, she'd found herself sheltering in a haphazardly shuttered bar. Many others had not been so lucky. When she walked through the place where the demonstration had been held, she could not tell how many of the people sprawled across the flagstones were still moving. Censure the officers responsible, petit bourgeois salty, 2% of pops in Wallonia become more radical, or they were ordered to disperse, the police are not to blame. Petit bourgeois happy, 10% of pops in Wallonia become more radical. Ugh, 10%'s a huge amount. I'm sorry, petit bourgeois. It just... I don't care about your opinion that much. Alright, so as long as we're paused here, let me see what else I can do to improve the situation in our market. We've got enough silk to do what we want to do. I think I still want to increase the size of the fertilizer sector. So we'll get some more fertilizer plants. Where have I got fertilizer plants already? Because I don't want to be spreading those out. I'm not going to need too many of them. I've actually got quite a few. Mostly Wallonia. Have we got the infrastructure? We sure have. So I'll put a few levels there. And then I think after that, we'll start building up grain, because grain is continuing to be expensive in our market. So I think Majertine is a good place to build up the grain supply. If we have the ability to, which we sure do. How's infrastructure? Infrastructure's looking good. I think we'll do 10 levels and a railway. And we'll put the railway at the top of those levels just to make sure that things are doing fine there. And then how's transport capacity and such like in these other areas? Good infrastructure, very good infrastructure. Alright, cool. Low on taxation capacity. Gondar is low on taxation capacity. That's alright, though. They all are. But Ethiopia can sort itself out. Obviously, I can't make them, but they should. So where are the farms most profitable around here? It's going to be Amhara. So we'll throw a few levels of farms in there, and a couple in these other areas as well, just to keep the grain supply coming in strong. Now, we're getting all of our opium from trade routes. Do I have anywhere I can build opium since I lost? I do. Oh, no, it's in France. That's not going to help me. Interesting. I've got some oil rigs. How am I doing for my other plantation goods? Let's see. Yeah, everything else is pretty much rock solid, in fact. Even coal we're doing well on. This is a surprise. I almost never have a lot of coal. What am I chiefly exporting? I'm exporting a ton of... Well, I'm exporting a moderate amount of clothes. Let me see. I'm exporting some explosives. Exporting a lot of groceries and grain, a lot of hardwood, a lot of liquor. So I can expand the food industries maybe a little bit. Exporting a ton of steel to the French. And a ton of tools. Maybe logging is the thing to expand. Do I have any ability to expand logging? I don't think I do in the home, in my, gosh, is there a filter option? Urgh. Let me see, we're maxed out in Wallonia, we're maxed out in, well, a lot of these places are also downsizing. So clearly that's not what I need to be doing. Although, to deal with that, I can start more exports. Well, no one wants to buy our hardwood much. What about our softwood? Which should be even cheaper. Egypt will buy some. That's nice. Austria, Hungary, and Russia. Alright. So I think from there, maybe the play is just more ports. Yeah, maybe we'll just max out our ports. We'll at least build a few more. Alright, and now, back to the war. Our force comparison is doing better here, so let's head on forward. Get us a battle where we're going on the offensive. Alright, we got another battle going in here, and we're actually winning this one, despite the occupation situation being a little worrisome here. Over here, we are losing on the offense. And there's electric railways, finally. Ooh, and we also got philosophical pragmatism. That's nice. So, electric railways, let me see. What does that do for me? I think, that's right. Electric railways is going to let me electrify my motor industries, and that's going to make them profitable for the first time in maybe a long time. So where are they? Well, they're sure not in rural. I've got a lot of motor industries. This is going to take 30 per level, so it's going to require a very significant increase in electrification. Let me see. So I'm going to need 6 more levels in Gelre, 4 more levels in Flanders, 2 in Wallonia, 6 levels in Gelre, 4 in Flanders, 2 in Wallonia. Did I do that right? Did I say it out loud and then immediately mess myself up? Okay, I've got Wallonia right. Gelre... Yes. I think the other place was Flanders. Yes, 4 in Flanders. Any motor industries in Friesland? No. Any motor industries in Holland? Yes, 7 levels of electricity going to be needed here. Alright, and once those are done, then we'll be able to electrify the motor industries. Things are doing better here, although unfortunately the revolt is extremely likely to collapse if I don't get the Uruguayan bourgeois revolt territory right now. Because I need to get... Oh, right, no. This is my side. This is my side, and they won't lose right now. Okay, never mind. We're fine. We're actually doing fine. In fact, force comparison is looking better. I forgot I wasn't supporting the revolt. Language in the classroom. Lacustrine Bantu students sometimes use their native language in Dutch schools. Some have called for teachers to penalize the use of these languages, forcing children to speak the official language of the United Netherlands. You noticed it too, right? He gets angry when anyone talks in class, but he gets angrier when we're talking. Maybe he thinks we're talking about him. I think he just doesn't like being reminded that we know something he doesn't. Schools should teach them to speak the proper language. 10% of Lacustrine Bantu pops in the Netherlands become more radical. 20% increased assimilation, 20% increased radicals from discrimination, or their language is part of their heritage, reduced radicals from discrimination, reduced assimilation, armed forces, Catholic Church, and trade unions, all salty. You know, I'm going to keep my interest groups happy on this one. We'll get some radicals, and we'll deal with it as we need to deal with it. So, force comparisons over here are still looking alright. I think I'm going to keep holding on defense for now, because I'm experiencing success in the war place with that strategy. Let me see. Is she even winning over here? Okay, and then we're winning on the attack here. So once we've got a hold of this territory, we'll be fine. Hey, stonks! I've got 3 profitable companies. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Brazil, how's this going for you? Are you feeling good about this war? Because I sure am. I'm not feeling super pleased about having to frickin' naval invade Rio de Janeiro, but I will naval invade Rio de Janeiro if I absolutely have to. How much occupation have we got over here? We got 51% occupation. Then we got Rio Grande do Sul, Santa Catarina, Parana, Sao Paulo, and then we get to Rio de Janeiro. It's going to be a long walk if we're going to shoot for it. Oh, we need to have a front over there before it'll be able to do that. Well, that's fine. So this is interesting. I've got the army... Have I got the army fully mobilized? I don't think I have. I think I've only got my... Oh, no, I do have the army fully mobilized. I am getting a lot of cash from Spain right now, friends. An overwhelming abundance, really, if we're being honest. Nice. Got those, You know what? I'm going to do these power stations one at a time. So we'll start with the ones in Wallonia. We'll queue them up to the top of the queue, and then we'll do the millet farms, basically as catch can. Alright, so now we've got a front over here. Let's designate Rio de Janeiro as the strategic objective. We're actually moving forward very fast here, which I'm feeling pleased about. Whew, this is nice. I was actually kind of sweating with Brazil. Let me see what kind of forces they've got, because they might be... Yeah, I think they're a little weak on military tech. Brazil is. I don't want to invest in you, in theory. Let me see. Yeah, they got skirmish infantry and shrapnel artillery, so they're a little behind us. Not as behind as would be ideal for me, but they are behind. So, let me see. Where am I in tech? Okay, I'm working on sea lane strategies. That's going to be of critical importance. Defense in depth as well. Sea lane strategies is going to get us scout cruisers, which is going to be very important for our maintaining overall naval supremacy. So that's going to be very good. How's the war going in terms of casualties? Uruguayan side, that's us. We've suffered about 20k casualties. 10k each wounded and... Or no, sorry. 50k casualties. 20k wounded. Well, for us, 13k wounded and... about 23k dead and 34k wounded. Uruguay has suffered almost no casualties here. Nicaragua wants to grant us foreign investment rights. No thank you for now. And what about the enemy? They've suffered a lot more casualties than we have, and it's predominantly falling on Brazil, which is not shocking. Although not entirely. Uruguay is going to really feel the pain after this, because their population is not high. Yeah, it's only about 200,000, so... I don't want to invest... I got people to invest in. I got puppet states. Let me see. Greece is trying to do a return Crete CB on Egypt, and honestly, I don't know why you're doing that, Greece. You, really quite silly. Alright, so Marina Kingdom... Did we successfully change... What were we changing in you, Marina Kingdom? I thought we did legal guard. Oh, I wonder if the movement dispersed. No, Majertine's working on property women. Banjar's working on interventionism. What were we working on with Marina Kingdom? Gosh, I can't remember. Curious. Oh, tenant farmers. That's right. There was a movement for tenant farmers, and we got them doing that. All right. They've got a state atheism movement. That's not of any use to me. Obviously, Majertine's got a movement to preserve legal guardianship now, but they're still going for that. Banjar is still working on interventionism. All right, cool, neat. So we've slowly managed to make our puppet states a little bit more liberal and progressive. I think I'm gonna march there. I don't think I'm gonna try a naval invasion, because I think that's gonna potentially create a real problem for me. Ottoman Empire sides with Greece. Interesting. Alright, so... Lots of people are getting involved here. Austria, Hungary, and Prussia are leaning towards opposite sides. As you know, the Austro-Hungarians will take virtually any opportunity to shoot at each other. Switzerland is in a war with itself, which is unfortunate. And that's what this battle's going on over here about. We'll set this army on offense as well, so that we can bring the necessary force in here to do what we need to do. On the other hand, I could... Oh, Brazil bailed out. Nice. Lovely. We did it. Uruguay, we did it. Alright, so let me see where that puts us in terms of the episode. We're almost done. I'll go to the end of the year. I say, let's hope I remember. Ethiopia is still going down in Liberty Desire. Any movements I could leverage here to change the way things go? Poor laws. Poor laws is not a great thing to support changes in. They do have the church in the government, so I could potentially leverage that. Get charity hospitals. I can't get schools. Let me see. Who's heading up your church? What kind of a... You got a pacifist over here. Interesting. And who do you have leading... You got a pacifist here, too. Interesting. Ethiopia is probably going to go to... National Militia. Perhaps on a petition. Let me see. If they do that, who's going to be against? I know obviously the armed forces are. What about the petit bourgeois? They'll probably be fine. Rural folk will be for it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. You're not working on anything right now, are you? Go to National Militia. Yeah, look at that. Let me see. A peasant revolt in Isak. I mean, I'm forcing you to change your laws. It doesn't seem fair for me to... Excellent. To not help you win a little war here. On the other hand, I don't know that you... No, I'll support them. I don't want to, I don't want to muck about with this. We'll definitely get involved. We'll just go ahead and send the second army. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We got 2 fronts here. Just send them to this one. And that'll be fine. Power plants in Wallonia are coming online at the end of the week. So that means we'll swap over the power, the motor industries now. Now that we've got more power. There we go. Lovely. And water tube boilers should be at least efficient over there. Alright, so that's excellent. Still getting these ports built. Hey, give me a song that's a little chiller. There you go. Nice. Everyone's too happy in the Marina Kingdom. Banjar, how's it going? We've got a huge movement for state atheism. That's incredible. Majertine still working on propertied women. Can I see how this is going? 17% chance to move to adoption, which is the final stage, I think. Interventionism is doing real rough. It's going real bad over there. The dorks want traditionalism, but it occurred to me that this movement wasn't actually providing that much ability to support this thing. Interesting. What a good imperialist I am. Marina Kingdom, put someone else in your frickin'... If you go to oligarchy, nobody really cares. 10% success chance, that's interesting. What about landed voting? It's only the king who likes that. Yeah, he's a traditionalist. Is that why? Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. We'll leave Marine Kingdom's laws alone for now. Oh, we got there fast. Is it because there's a canal here somewhere? No. 2 arms. Alright, excellent. I think maybe I'll increase the size of the construction sector again just a bit. Or, sorry, not the construction sector, the government. I should increase the size of the construction sector. My situation is doing very well financially. Yeah, you know what? I can afford it. Let's do it. That's the end of the peasant revolt. I did it. I'm the best. Let me see. How many construction sectors have I actually got? Yeah, we'll do a nice even 2 across the board. So we'll just quickly throw those at the top of the queue. Again, trying to keep our country's economy growing. Uh-oh. Boiler explosion. A factory in Wallonia has been rocked by a tremendous boiler explosion with dozens dead or injured. The story of this tragedy has quickly become a national event. The scalding steam rushing out of the burst boiler and into the face. The scalding steam rushed out of the burst boiler and into the faces of the men on the shop floor. If the blast itself or the flying debris didn't get them, then the steam surely did. These events are simply the price of progress. Stronger industrialists, lower stardom pops, become more radical. Workers should not be exploited and forced into such conditions. Upper stardom pops become more radical. Trade unions stronger, or machines are dangerous. Industry itself is a cancer. Rural folk stronger, middle stardom pops more radical. Alright, so this is the same as the mine event. I'm going to go with the middle one, as I virtually always do. And that'll get us moving in the right direction towards stronger trade unions, which will in turn make the country more able to pursue progressive policy. Wow, Ottoman Empire, you are getting your butt kicked over here with this war, I gotta say. Gosh. Gosh, and also golly. It is not going well for them. Nice. Alright. That is the end of 95, and that means the end of the episode. My nerds, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.